Now, fraud, deception, and arrogant scheme, that's how New York State officials are describing Bank of America's acquisition of Merrill Lynch back in 2008 during the government bank bailout. RT's Maria Portnaya joins us live from New York, where the state's attorney general filed charges against the bank. Marina, this is quite a bombshell of a lawsuit, we understand, against Bank of America. What are they exactly being accused of here?
Well, according to New York Attorney General Andrew Cuomo, he believes that Bank of America purposely misled federal officials of the losses suffered at Merrill Lynch in the fall of 2008 as Bank of America was attempting to acquire the investment bank. They merged. But if they misled and the federal officials over the losses exaggerated the losses over at Merrill Lynch, that means Bank of America would in turn get a bigger bailout from the federal government. And that is just some of the claims being made by the New York State Attorney General. He also is accusing Bank of America of being deceptive, of lying to their shareholders, and also trying to conceal billions of dollars of bonuses that were paid out to Merrill Lynch employees for the fiscal year of 2008. So after Bank of America got its bailout, it then in turn gave billions of dollars to employees at Merrill Lynch with big bonuses. Now, not only does this lawsuit call out Bank of America, but it also names the former chief financial officer, also the former chief executive, personally by name. Also listed in this lawsuit is former and current federal officials, former Treasury Secretary Henry Paulson, current chair of the Federal Reserve Bank, Ben Bernanke. Now, if they are to testify, if they would be called in to testify before a jury, before a judge in court, it would be the first time that they would have to actually indicate and talk about what role they played in helping save the financial system. But we should also mention that Bank of America has denied any wrongdoing, and they say that these allegations are not true.
Okay, now, Marina, this is the most recent lawsuit we've heard about filed against Bank of America, but we know it's not the only one. Can you explain what else they're dealing with?
Absolutely not. Bank of America recently agreed to pay $150 million to settle two cases brought by the Security and Exchange Commission. The Security and Exchange Commission said that Bank of America lied to its shareholders amid the financial crisis and then in the aftermath of it, and Bank of America agreed to settle the case, paying $150 million, promising that the money would go back to the shareholders. But here's something interesting to note. The Security and Exchange Commission said that they had no evidence that could draw the executives of Bank of America to any kind of fraudulent or deceptive actions. Now, this is different from the current case we're talking about, brought by the New York State Attorney General. His case is much more aggressive and names people specifically. So that's the difference between the cases that were settled and the case that will now begin.
And Marina, despite all of these accusations of fraud and deception, is Bank of America still going to hand out these billions of dollars of bonuses to employees?
As far as we know, that's what's being reported over and over and over again. It's approximated that $4.4 billion have been set aside to be handed out to employees, and the Bank of America has roughly 10,000 employees. So if you do the math, that's about $400,000 per employee. So we could just imagine the frustration that some may feel when reading that billions of dollars will be handed out to employees of a bank that is getting sued by the Attorney General of New York State.
Certainly something to turn heads as Marina tells us more about the financial shenanigans, the latest of them to come out of the financial crisis and the bailout of Wall Street banks.